1. The clown on the road. You work long hours on countless cases, hoping one day things will finally make sense. Halloween night always brings strange surprises, but nothing compares to facing the unknown in the dark. A group of friends drives along a lonely road, laughing and sharing ghost stories as they celebrate Halloween. The night feels both thrilling and uneasy, until their headlights reveal a clown standing motionless in the middle of the road. Its wide grin and frozen posture send chills through everyone in the car. Panic erupts. Someone yells to turn back, but the driver, gripped by adrenaline, keeps going.
What the f***? Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Go the other way! What are you doing?
The clown doesn't move, almost daring them to come closer. When the car stops, the driver leaps out, grabs a stick and attacks the figure in a frenzy until it collapses on the asphalt. Breathing heavily, he returns to the car, silent, and restarts the engine. The friends sit in shock, trying to process what just happened. Then, without a word, the driver rolls the car forward, driving over the clown's body. They speed away, the weight of what they've done slowly sinking in. But guilt builds until the driver abruptly turns back. As the headlights sweep across the road, they see the impossible. The clown, uninjured, charging toward them with a long iron brush. The clown slams onto the car, pounding the windows as they scream. The driver accelerates, but it clings to the roof, crawling across the glass. Then, just as suddenly, the recording cuts off. The ending remains a mystery. The doorbell clown. On Halloween night 2018, a Ring doorbell captured something unnerving. A lone figure dressed as a clown wandered through a quiet neighborhood. The clown paused before several homes, staring directly into cameras as if aware of being watched, then slipped away into the darkness without a sound. Back on Halloween night 2021, a YouTuber named Lohmeyer Mins from the channel Paranormal Discovery explored an old, decaying house with a friend. As they moved through the silent corridors, whispers echoed around them.
It's probably creepy. Oh shit. Someone's here, someone's here, someone's here, someone's here.
Are you serious?
Be quiet. Turn the light off, turn the light off. What? Come on. I'm getting out of here. Follow me right now.
Where is that coming from? Babe!
I don't know.
Someone's running! Babe!
Their flashlights flickered as footsteps creaked overhead until a sudden scream broke the tension. On Halloween, a team from the YouTube channel Most Haunted Official decided to spend the night in a secret location rumored to be cursed. They brought a laptop to record any unusual sounds and set up cameras to catch signs of paranormal activity. Before long, eerie noises echoed from the staircase. Then, out of nowhere, a chair plummeted from the attic, crashing to the floor below. The team froze in disbelief. As the night wore on, they amplified the recordings on their laptop, hearing deep thuds and distant whispers. Suddenly, footsteps echoed above them. Slow, deliberate pacing on the roof. Their fear built to breaking point. One of the women whispered, "Can you throw something again?" Moments later, the answer came. Another chair fell through the stairwell, barely missing them. Shaken, they realized a terrifying pattern. The sound always came before something fell. The woman trembled, whispering, "I knew it." None of them could explain what was happening. By dawn, they left with more questions than evidence, convinced that some forces aren't meant to be provoked. 5. The Overlook Hotel. Shadow. Security footage from the Overlook Hotel in Plainview, Wisconsin, recorded something chilling on Halloween night, 2010. A guard making his rounds noticed one of the hallway doors slightly ajar. As he stepped closer, the air grew heavier. He pushed the door open to reveal a dim room cloaked in shadows. For a moment, everything was silent. Then something moved. A dark, shifting shape slid from the corner, gliding across the wall before vanishing into the corridor. The guard bolted, sprinting down the hall in panic. The footage captured every terrified moment before cutting out.
Hello?
That's coming from
There.
behind Greg.
Do you like women? Yes. Are you a Mason? I think that's a yes. You see, now, I've come to the conclusion,
Yeah.
or both myself and Carl have come to the conclusion that the knocking, and I'm not sure if we've said this before, is them talking. So they're using their voice,
And it manifests as a
and
knock.
it manifests as a knock. So on the other plane, on the other side, on the alternate plane where we go when we die, it's a higher vibration. So for them to communicate,
It's getting louder.
it has to slow down, and for it to slow down, it's coming out as a knock, 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 and that's what we're hearing. We're
Okay.
hearing them talking.
And there's, just to be clear for anyone watching at home, there's a distinct difference between the creaking of floorboards and this knock, which is moving around the room. And even you can see there's a gap in the floorboards there. There's no one underneath doing that as well. So,
But I want to know, are you the Mason that likes to growl in people's ears?
No one ever discovered what the shadow was, or where it went. No one ever came forward with an explanation, and no official report followed. The eerie footage remains a haunting mystery that still unsettles anyone who watches it. 6. The door that opened itself. A grandmother reviewing her doorbell footage at 3 a.m. on Halloween noticed something strange. The front door, firmly closed moments before, creaked open on its own. Her husband checked the footage frame by frame. There was no one there. Another resident, Todd Peterson, had filmed a similar incident at his home, his front door slowly opening even though the lock was stiff. The recording was short, raw, and unedited, offering no clear explanation. Whether coincidence or something else, both families were left wondering if something unseen had entered their homes that night. A grandmother reviewing her doorbell footage at 3 a.m. on Halloween noticed something strange. The front door, firmly closed moments before, creaked open on its own. Her husband checked the footage frame by frame. There was no one there. Another resident, Todd Peterson, had filmed a similar incident at his home, his front door slowly opening even though the lock was stiff.
I'm gonna lock this. It's my bedroom door. I'm gonna lock it. Okay. Now. Wonder if it's gonna do it this time. Probably not. What the fuck?
The recording was short, raw, and unedited, offering no clear explanation. Both families were left wondering if something unseen had entered their homes that night. 7. The moving skull. They say Halloween is when the line between the living and the dead blurs. While setting up decorations in her yard, she noticed later on her security footage that a skull ornament kept shifting positions on its own. It would turn slightly as if watching her, then move again when no one was around. Skeptics said it was uneven ground or a trick of the wind, but believers insisted something darker was at play, that the skull wasn't just decoration, but a vessel for a spirit drawn to her home. Two friends had just finished putting up Halloween lights when one recorded a quick video to admire their work. Everything seemed perfectly ordinary, until they watched the playback. Behind them, in the corner of the frame, stood a blurry figure neither of them recognized. Maggie, known for chasing evidence of the unexplained, faced something beyond anything he'd ever encountered on Halloween night. During a recording session, he used both a normal camera and a kinetic one that detects movement as stick figures. At first, everything seemed normal. The camera only showed him sitting on the sofa. Then, out of nowhere, a second figure appeared beside him, though the space was clearly empty. Terrified, he asked, "Who are you?" but got no answer. The figure vanished. Moments later, it reappeared, closer this time. Summoning courage, Maggie said, "Touch my hand." Nothing happened, but the figure lingered briefly before fading away again.
If I move up, I'll give you room. Would you be able to sit down, make yourself comfortable? That's really weird. If that's you, can you reach out and touch my hand? Would that be possible? Like, it doesn't feel too cold. It does feel colder, but that's actually quite cold around here. Like, I know it's gone now.
Shaken, Maggie placed his hand on the spot where the entity had appeared. It was cold. That night, the footage became one of his most chilling pieces of evidence yet. A ghostly presence sitting right beside him, unseen except through the camera's eye. TikTok user Emily Dell began hearing strange noises outside her door each night.
it's hard to see, but I'm not opening the door. There's like no one out there, and like this is a window. There's no people, but this is a window, and you can really see out there. And it's hard to see. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
Whatever it was.
Determined to
that
find the
memory
cause,
deeply
she set
changed
up her phone to record. In the dim light of Halloween night, faint footsteps approached her door, followed by a slow, deliberate knock. When she checked the hallway seconds later, it was empty. The sound returned again the next night, and then stopped entirely. Viewers still debate what she encountered, an intruder or something far less human. 11. The Halloween Heist. On Halloween Day, chaos erupted at a jewelry store in Wigan when 3 masked men in clown costumes burst through the doors. The clerks froze in horror as the clowns shouted commands and swept valuables into bags with frightening speed. The festive decorations around them only made the scene feel more surreal. When a security guard tried to stop them, a struggle broke out. But the robbers managed to escape, vanishing into the night. Whether they were ever caught remains unclear, but the footage of those masked figures turned what should have been a night of celebration into a lasting Halloween nightmare.